Jaime Eisner here for TDN Fantasy, breaking down my Week 13 starts and sits for this crucial final regular season week before the fantasy playoffs. Let's get right into it with quarterback Ryan Tannehill. He is a start this week. Why? Well, even though he hasn't been the fantasy darling he was in the back half of last season, he's turned things around in the last couple weeks and has a very juicy matchup against the Browns this week. Cleveland's allowing the 8th most fantasy points per game to quarterbacks this year, and now will be without top corner Denzel Ward, which makes that secondary extremely vulnerable. I expect the Titans to be balanced on offense because of that, and A.J. Brown and Corey Davis to have big days, which means Ryan Tannehill should be a huge beneficiary. That's why, to me, he is a top 10 quarterback and a must-start this week. My other start, Chicago Bears running back David Montgomery. Now, hear me out here. I know it's a weird name, but a couple times a year he spikes into that RB2 range. And this is the matchup where that happens. The Lions are a bottom 5 team in the NFL against the run. They are the worst defense in the NFL against fantasy running backs, allowing an average of 33 points per game. Think about that for a second to the position. 33 points. I expect David Montgomery to feast. I expect them to lean on him heavily in this game, and it's a completely different offense with Mitch Trubisky in the game. He's a top 24 running back for me, so get him in your lineups as either an RB2 or a flex. One player I'm avoiding, however, it's Darius Slayton. And I get it. Everybody loves him. They love the talent, and they absolutely love the matchup. But what I don't love is quarterback situation and his involvement right now. I don't know what I'm going to get from Colt McCoy, who's the likely starter for the Giants in this game. More importantly, I don't know what I'm going to get workload-wise for Darius Slayton. He only got 2 targets last week with 0 catches, 10 combined targets over the last 3 weeks. Look, I know everybody wants to attack the Seattle matchup, and I understand. But they're playing a little bit better defensively right now. I don't trust the quarterback, and I don't trust the workload. Put all that together, and Slayton is not a top 50 wide receiver in my rankings this week, which means he should be on your bench. For more information on stats, player rankings, sneaky starts, and more, make sure you check out thedraftnetwork.com.